strike even harder with going with the Earth's gravitation.
Etymology. No, look it up in the blue letter. You got it. I want him to get that word expert for you. Because when you go into Russia, they have the most sophisticated.
I got it right here.
Go ahead, Al.
It says,
Go ahead.
you know how it has the two little lines?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, the margin.
Yeah.
In the margin. Yeah.
In the margin it says the replace.
Ooh, that's how you know the spirit heavy, man. That's how you know, because the Lord wanted us to pay attention to. It's got for the word expert.
For the word expert, it says destroyer.
And you look it in the blue letter.
Strong's H7919, Sakar. If it means to be prudent, be circumspect, wisely understand, prosper.
Keep going.
To be prudent, circumspect, to look at or upon, have insight, or to give attention to, consider, ponder. Be prudent, to have insight, have comprehension. Insight, comprehension, to cause to consider, give insight, teach. The teachers, the wise.
Okay, now jump to the Strong's.
It says a primitive root to be consultatively make or act circumspect and hence intelligent, consider, expert, instruct, prosper.
Intelligent. Right? So read that scripture again, go ahead.
It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert.
Their arrows, talking about their missiles, shall be of a mighty expert man. Experienced in what? Destruction. So he said he went into the margin, right? It said destroyer. So they are very advanced in the technology of making missiles when you break it down. They're experts in it. That's why they got the most advanced missiles in the on the planet. You know, America has more, but Russia has more powerful and sophisticated missile systems and missile defense systems. Go ahead, bro. You go ahead.
It says, none shall return in vain.
Black power, guys. Go ahead. Can you jump down? I want you to jump, since you're already there, jump down to verse 24 and read 24 and 25.
Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. And thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striving against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans.
See, those missiles are the work of the Lord. The Lord put the spirit on them Russians to be able to create the most powerful missiles on the planet so that they can be used to destroy America.
Right, what scripture that said the waste and to destroy? That's in Isaiah.
14 to 23.
Now read verse 26.
Yeah, you go ahead. Go
It
ahead.
says, come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left.
Man.
Utterly.
Cast her up as heaps. Utterly.
Let nothing of her be left.
Let nothing of her be left. Phew. That's got to be talking about somewhere.
And we were talking about reaping what you sow earlier. That's what Esau does. You know, it talks about that in the book of Obadiah. how it says, if a thief or grape gatherer come, will he not leave any grapes? Because Esau, whenever he goes into a land, he takes all the resources. He steals everything. So the only righteous judgment is to take everything from him.
Wait this out.
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Con, this is Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith and the blower of the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." And that's talking about those nuclear missiles, man. The Lord put the spirit on Esau Edom to create those nuclear missiles, basically to destroy itself with, man.
Destroy himself.
And destroy his own self, man.
Yep.
The Lord set him up, man. That's beautiful.
Yep. They say the wicked is snared.
And the trap of his own hands.
Work of his own hands.
Yep.
You gotta quit with the bag, man. What you
Go
say?
ahead, Doc.
This is Psalms 94 and 23.
Yep.
And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness.
Salaki, jump to 16 and then jump down.
All right, Con. This is Isaiah 94 and
I thought you said Psalms.
Psalms. Psalms 94 and 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
All right. We know that that's the prophets and the man of the Lord. All right. And in us doing this, the spirit of the Lord is coming upon this place. You see? Remember we went into it earlier, and when this gospel shall be preached into all the earth, then shall the end come. All right? The evildoers time is up, man.
Right.
Esau Edom, this is his end. You can jump back.
Con, this is Psalms 94 and 23. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashai, our power, shall cut them off.
Yep. And the work of their own hands, man. You know? He ain't thinking that these missiles he created was gonna do him. Yeah. You know, when you go to the store to buy a gun, you ain't thinking that you ever gonna use it to
Right.
Blow your brains out.
blow your own damn brains out.
You're going to be looking down the barrel of the gun that you bought.
That you bought.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, Op.
It's it on there.
Y'all somebody
Yeah.
has all right, this Job 20 and in verse 5, it says that the triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet he will yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Yeah, Esau, man, he's gonna be like, what happened to that boy?
What happened to that boy?
What happened to that boy, man? Well, I remember when he was the man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he was
He used to
running
be the
things.
man.
He used to be the
He
man.
used to be the man. What happened? Go ahead, man.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 9. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Yep. You're gonna see more and more of these foreign nations getting the hell out of America, man.
That's right.
You know? When they see what's happening for this place. You see hell, you have them other countries like Russia and China and North Korea. Shit, they partying up. You know, they out there partying and celebrating for America's civil unrest. And it's time of misery.
Yep.
They're in the right spirit.
In economic decline.
Economic decline, man. This bitch is over, man.
Right.
Go ahead. Let them finish that. Go back to that Jeremiah 51. Did you get yours after that, Quran? Keep going. There's some more on there.
It says, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power.
let us come and let us declare in Zion. Zion is another name for Israel. The work of our power. Right? You got a question, man?
Yeah, brother. Can you? I assume you guys are Hebrew Israelites, correct?
You would be right.
So, how do you guys inform me? How do? What's your explanation for the current occupants of Israel? Who are they?
They imposters. Get
Revelation.
yeah, Revelation 2 and 9.
All right, this Revelation 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
So the scriptures say that the real Jews are in tribulation and in poverty, right? He said he knows we're rich in faith, and he knows. Go ahead.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are
He knows the
Jews.
blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not.
Right.
So those people that's over there in that land, they got placed in the land in 1948
Right. Yep.
by legislation known as the Balfour Act,
Yep.
right? And ever since they've been in that land, it's been constant war.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
You're not lying.
So let's get Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Finish that and let's get Isaiah the 2nd chapter.
It says, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Are the synagogue of Satan.
So do you tie that into who is controlling the majority? Who's controlling Hollywood and?
Yeah, the Jews,
Right.
which ultimately it goes to the Rothschilds.
Oh, the
Okay?
You have the Rothschilds on there. And the Bushes.
They are so-called Jews.
Right.
All right, but their true biblical nationality is Edomite, Amalekites. Okay, Amalekites, which is the grandsons of Esau. Esau is Edom in the Bible, right? That's them. Now, how do you know that those are not the people in the land? Well, if those were God's people, right? And they were placed in that land according to the Bible, there would be no more wars on earth. Isaiah 2nd chapter. Start at the top.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days.
See this? So this is concerning what time?
Last days.
All right, go ahead.
That the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain.
You know what it's talking about when it say mountains? The governments. Mountains represents governments. Okay? So, you know who the government of the Lord's house is?
No.
Let's get real quick.
The church. I mean.
I'm gonna get it for you. Get Kalabibah. Isaiah 9 and 7. Because the Bible explains itself. You just gotta have the spirit to be able to go in there and break it down and decode it. So my question to you was, who is the government of the mountains of the Lord's house? Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 7. Of the increase of his...
Start at 6.
Come on.
Start at 6.
This is Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given,
Sign up right there.
and the
Now, you
government
had your hand on it.
and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Verse 7. Of the increase of his government,
And the increase of his government, all right? The increase of his government, remember I told you the word mountain means government. Go ahead.
and peace there shall be no end.
And peace, there shall be no end. Now, those Jews that's over there in that land, they had the biggest gay festival on the planet. According to the Bible, homosexuality is a sin worthy of death, right? The Lord destroyed a whole city.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah. That's how we know that land over there that they dwelling in right now is going to be completely obliterated
right.
off of the planet when the Lord comes back. Go ahead.
Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom,
Upon the throne of David. You catch that? The government, the increase of his government, there shall be no, go from that part.
there shall be no end.
There shall be no end.
Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts, will perform this.
See? The house of David. David was, what is his nationality?
I'm not familiar.
Israelite, a Jew. So the nation of Israel is his government. Oh,
You got a highlight on you?
that's the point. I'm trying to think of a scripture, but let's go back to Isaiah, the second chapter.
So
Hold on. Let's go back to Isaiah, the second chapter. Hold your question.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2 again. It said, and this shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above.
Is Israel a more powerful nation than America? Okay, that's another answer to your question. Let's go.
And shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Are all nations flowing unto Israel, or are all nations flowing to America?
Let me ask you a question. So you're saying as a result of the incorrect occupants being in Israel, that's why those things aren't happening?
That's why those things are happening. Because if the true people were in that land,
Right.
get that scripture. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked are ruled, the people mourn. But keep going, because we ain't got to the point of this yet.
You want me to read? Are you good?
You hold that.
Okay, come.
And many shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord,
Go ahead.
into the house of the power of Jacob. And he will
And to the house of the power of Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Jacob is the patriarch of the Israelites. Go ahead.
and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall
So, is homosexuality the way of the Lord? So why do you have a gay festival in Tel Aviv?
They had that?
They have every year. Look it up.
I'm pretty sure
They have a gay festival
in Tel Aviv.
in Tel Aviv. One of the biggest gay festivals.
I'm pretty sure.
And they're gonna have, and what is this? This gay pride month.
What is it, June?
Yeah, it's June.
Yeah, I'm from DC, so they got.
Are you from DC?
I'm from DC, so I remember gay marriage passed in like June of 2015 or 16. I think 15.
Yeah, by Barack Obama.
Well,
Yeah.
I just had he's a clown. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, he's a clown. That's right. He's a clown. And see, he's not an Israelite. He's not our people. Dark skin don't make you the Lord's people. Skin color in general don't make you the Lord's people.
That's right.
All right, it's about the seed. All right, it's about the seed. Okay.
So, but you just said skin tone doesn't make you the Lord's people. But if I'm not a Bible expert, but out of all 12 tribes of Israel, right? Judah was the strongest. Am I correct?
Judah's the top tribe.
The top tribe.
I ain't gonna say it was the
Okay.
strongest so physically.
Okay.
But Judah's the top tribe. Yeah.
Right. But based on that chart, you've associated Judah with Negro. So
Yeah, Judah is Negroes, but
But you
this
said
the
the Lord's
thing. This the
people
thing.
are
This the thing. This the thing. Look at the chart, right? You gotta read it in its entirety.
Right.
The so-called, because Negro is not a nationality. You see, that's the name that was placed upon us by our oppressors. You see, there is a deception in the earth when it comes to nationality and race.
Okay.
When your race can be defined by a color, black, white. Get numbers. You know what I want? 1 in 18. Get it, Zaab, since you called it. See, this is how you determine someone's nationality.
This is Numbers chapter 1.
This is Numbers 1 and 18, and they assemble all the congregation together.
Meaning Moses and Aaron. All right, go ahead.
On the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families, and by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years
The word
old.
pedigree talks of meaning your lineage. So it said they called the congregation of Israel together, right? And they declared their pedigrees by the seed of their fathers. That's what they're saying. So when you go into the word seed, the Greek word is sperm. Okay? So a woman doesn't have a seed.
Right.
You see, the man has a seed. So how you know what your nationality is? whatever your father's nationality is.
Right, right.
So that's